Pretty much understand extinction. It's when a species kicks the proverbial bucket. It rides off into the great biological sunset, bites the dust from whence it came and shall return, which is all just a pretty way of saying that every last one of them dies. Rate of extinction. Among mammals, for instance, we'd expect to see one species go extinct every 700 years, or maybe one amphibian every 1,000 years. Studies of current extinction rates say that we are roughly 1,000 times past that. And in some groups like amphibians, they're disappearing 45,000 times faster than normal. And since there are so many species still unknown or uncharacterized, all of those numbers are probably underestimated. Along the way, through hunting and farming, humans have been altering ecosystems in small but significant ways. But since the Industrial Revolution, man, we have really kicked it into overdrive. With the exception of maybe the first bacteria to breathe oxygen into the air, no living thing has ever altered life on Earth to the degree that we have. Which is why, according to a 2014 paper by Stuart Pym in Science, link in the doobly-doo, the main cause of the current extinction is human population growth and increased consumption. But those two things lead to a whole mess of threats. The most obvious are climate change and habitat destruction. Scientists found that most land species actually have very small ranges, so they can't just pack up and move when we cut down their forest or turn it into a desert. Ocean species have more freedom to move to better waters, unless they're coral reefs, but thanks to the highest atmospheric CO2 concentrations in 800,000 years, turning the oceans more acidic, anything with a calcium-based shell has nowhere to run or swim. If current trends hold up and the ocean hits pH 7.8 by the end of the century, it could wipe out 1/3 of the species in the ocean. Then there's now we're erasing species faster than we can even name them. Stanford's Rodolfo Dirzo says that in the past 40 years, invertebrate populations, which might make up 97% of species on Earth, have declined 45% worldwide. And that's just the ones we know about. There's a link in the doobly-doo to that one too. You have to feel worst for the amphibians. Over the past 350 million years, they've survived multiple mass extinctions. But this time, we're giving them all we've got. Dirzo gives this loss of animal life a pretty harmless sounding name, defaunation. But there is nothing cute about it. There is not a group of living things on Earth today that is not threatened by the current and coming extinction. That includes us.